Morning, blind sniper here, aka Goat. Got my Mark II out today, 22 LR. It's got my Mueller 8x34 by 56 on it. Excuse me, 8 by 32 by 40 Mueller on it. I've been wanting to work on this gun because I've been having some issues with it feeding ever since I bought it, which is, the gun's notorious for that. But I solved it. Last night I stayed up and worked on this thing. It's all in the magazine, which I knew that to begin with. But what I did is I ordered 2 new magazines to come in to replace this one because it was giving me so much trouble. But I hate to have done that in a way, but in a way I'm glad because I'm gonna have 2 extra mags, but I fixed this mag where it feeds perfect. First of all, I noticed that the bullets would jam up down inside the clip and it wouldn't slide up like it's supposed to. So I took the clip apart, made sure it was good and clean, run a rag down through it, all that, brushed it out, cleaned it, put it back together, still would hang up. So I kept watching, seeing where it was hanging at. It was hanging right before it gets to the very top, which would let the extra, what would happen is when you go to feed that bullet in, then the other one would pop up from the vibration and it would cause 2 to feed in at one time. So what I did is I took a pair of needle nose pliers and bent the tip going in now, the side going in. I bent the tip just a little bit so that the bullet would have more room and wouldn't hang. For some reason, I guess the way the thing is curved, it would hang at the top. So I bent it just a little bit to give it a tilt to it. Let me see, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. Yes. All right here, just a little tip. Right here, I took a pair of needle nose pliers and bent it out just a little bit to give it a gap. See that little gap down in between it and the and this piece here? It's just a little bit of gap right there. See it? It don't take much. You don't want to bend it too much. But that's what I did, and it quit hanging. Every one of the bullets quit hanging. It's real bad if you use stingers, which they don't suggest you use stingers anyway, but I think I could shoot stingers in this rifle now if I wanted to, but because I made that little bit of extra gap right there. I hadn't tried stingers, but all the rest of them quit hanging. All the rest of my 22s quit hanging. Well, then I got to noticing that the very last bullet wouldn't feed in. It kept hanging right before it goes up in the chamber. And I kept watching it, I kept looking at the tilt, and what it was, it needed to tilt up just a little bit more for it to slide right on in there. It kept hanging at the bottom. They're talking about, well, if they had a feed ramp, it would have solved the problem. That's true, it would have. But you got to deal with what you got. So what I did, I come back here and I kept watching. I said, well, these 2 pieces here is what holds the shells in, but also gives it its little tilt as it's coming out. When it comes out, this action here will push up and cause it to start tilting on this ramp part right here. Well, I said, I need to build up that ramp. Well, there's no way I can build up that ramp. It's plastic. I don't want to take no knife to it and try to push up no piece of plastic to give it a little ramp or anything like that. So what I did, I started working on this right here. I kept looking at these pieces. And if you look at it, you got one piece, this one over here, is bent in just a little more than the rest. I mean, well, not the rest, but it's the other one right here. See it? You see it right there. It's got a little more curvature to it than this one. So I bent this one out a little bit. Sure enough, it made it rise, but then it wouldn't hold the shell in. Every time it rise up, the shell would pop out. So I had to keep finding until I found that sweet spot. So I had to bend it back in just a little bit to find that sweet spot where it would hold that shell in, plus give it that little ramp when it come out. And by God, I did. Okay, I shot 3 rounds with just 5 in the clip at a time just to check it out. 5 rounds in the clip, run perfect. I said, well, this is a 10-round clip. it's not worth 2 cents if I'm not shooting 10 rounds in a 10-round clip. That's what I bought it for. So I went ahead and put 10 in to test it. Sure enough, it fed all 10. No problems whatsoever. Nothing. No double feeds, no jams, no stovepiping, no hitting on the ramp, nothing. Perfect feed. Just like all the other 5 did that I shot. So, solved the problem. Now, I ordered some from, I think, a company called CSS. That's supposed to be a welded type clip. So it's supposed to be better made, more smoother, and it's all metal, even the ramp and all that's metal. I don't know how they're gonna work, but I was trying to figure out something I could do so I could use my Mark II. I love the Mark II, I really do. It's a very accurate rifle. But, so I ordered 2 of them, because I said, well, if I mess up one, if one's not right and I mess it up, I still have one I can shoot with. So, I'm waiting on them to come in. They're supposed to come in a couple of days, but during the meantime, I worked on this one here, because I figured if I messed it up, I had 2 more coming in. But, here's what I've done right here. This was 5 rounds after I worked on the clip. This is 5 rounds after I worked on the clip. And I shot my first 10 right here, but no, it was another 5 I went to shoot right here. But I couldn't figure out where the bullets were going. What it was shooting to the left over here. The bullets are hitting over here. One hit here and the rest of them hit over here. So what I did, I zeroed it in this time, or tried to zero it in. I still need to move it a little bit more. So I moved it over to the right a little bit. And this is my 10 shots right here that I just made. And I was aiming for this spot here, so I need to move it over just a little bit more. Now, if I'm just gonna shoot groups, be okay, just leave it where it's at, because that way I still got my aim point and my groups come out here on the side. But I wanna see if it will hit bullseye. And that's what I do. I aim right here and hit a little bit right here. Aim right here, you hit a little bit right here. So you can see it's trailing to the left and every one of them. I might leave it where it's at, just for groups instead of precision. I love groups, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find an ammo that's budget that will give me precision. I can shoot Ely all day long and get good shots. I got Ely on here I've shot somewhere with my other rifle. No, I believe it was with this rifle, matter of fact, yesterday. But anyway, I got so many shots on these targets now, I can't tell what's what. It's about time they change them out and put some new ones up. But here's one Ely anyway, so to show you what I'm getting. But Ely was shooting high, believe it or not, because I was aiming here, the bullets were hitting here. I would aim here and the bullets hit up here. I aim here and it hit up here. So they were shooting high, but they do the best groups. Ely does. But I bought some ammo when it first came out called 22 Tactical. I didn't really care for it too much because I was having problems with my guns and it didn't shoot too well with it. But I got it back out, put it in there, and lo and behold, the 22 Tactical was grouping fantastic now. Same box. I don't know, something I've done. Might have been me changing scopes. It could have been me working on the guns, whatever. I really don't know what I've done. But it's grouping real good. So I looked back up to see if they still made it. It's made by CCI. CCI still makes it, but they changed the name to CCI AR Tactical because it was tuned for the MP, I think it's called the MP15 or MP22, something like that, for Smith & Wesson, the semi-automatic weapon, AR style. It was tuned to be shot in that rifle. But it shoots fantastic out of this one right here, out of this Mark II. I ordered 2 more boxes last night when I found out they were still making it. And I had some coupons and some points saved up with the company I went with. And I got, it was $33 a box for 300. or $34 a box for 300. Yeah, I think it was 34, because it come up like close to 70 bucks for 2 boxes, which would give me 600 rounds. But they give me a 10% off because I'm a member, and I had my points added up to where I could get another $30 off. So for 600 rounds of the 22 last night, I got them for like 30 bucks out of my own pocket. Can't beat that, especially if they're shooting good. But Ely, I've been doing a lot of, I'm gonna be the first to admit, because I've always told y'all I'm the budget guy, but Ely ammo, there is something to this Ely ammo that sets it above the budget. Whether it's their QC department or whatever, I'm not sure. But there's a part that sets it apart. It could be the process, their machines, whatever. They do different than everybody else. CCI is their best competition right now, and they're not really even up there with Ely yet. But some of the Elys is worth the money you pay for it. But now, I love to shoot it, and I don't mind paying for it, but I can't do it and have fun with my rifle because I would spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars shooting. I done shot over 1,500 rounds in the past 2 weeks, maybe, out here. So if all that was Ely, can you imagine the kind of money I've been done spent on 1,500 rounds? Maybe more, probably about 2,000 rounds in the past week. And if I started doing that every week, that's a lot of money. Can't do that. So that's what I'm into, this budget thing. I'm trying to find a budget ammo I can use now. What I just made right there was not the 22s. I was shooting CCI, standard velocity, and that's what I was getting, which is good shooting for standard velocity. And it's at 50 yards. But I'm still not satisfied with the groups, because, you know, standard velocity is still gonna have a flyer every now and then. I'm still gonna be on the search. But I'm trying to narrow it down to start saving a little money now, because all this comes out of my own pocket. I have nobody financially backing me up, nobody donating or anything. I don't even have a donating system set up. So all this comes out of my own pocket. All these rifles I pay for, all this ammunition I pay for, all these targets I'm shooting I pay for. And targets are not cheap. Ammo is definitely not cheap. And good God Almighty, we know a rifle ain't cheap. So I got to start saving some money somehow. So I'm trying to nail it down to where I'm only going to buy a certain kind of bullets that I can shoot and get good shooting out of it to test these rifles. Right now I've been going through my rifles and finding out what's wrong with them and what I need to work on, which this one here was the feeding issue, which has been solved now. I'm very happy with it. I'm gonna keep shooting with it after I get off of here to make sure that something don't pop back up. And I say, I need to fine tune a little bit more. I've also, Bergara that I got, loved the rifle, love it to death. One of the best rifles I've ever bought. Semi-automatic. It's based on the 1022. It's the Bergara BXR. I would not change anything on it, but there's only two things that I'm hesitant on that gun. It's still not as heavy as it needs to be. So I'm on a debate of buying a heavier stock or not. Now, it's just me. It don't need to be done, but that's just me trying to get my groups better. But I don't want to make that decision until my trigger comes in. That rifle, I think, will work better with the BX trigger. They're very cheap. I ordered one. I'm waiting for it to come in. I'm going to change out the trigger and see how I do then on that rifle. And if I still don't get the groups the way I want them, even with the Ely, I might go with a heavier stock. I'm not going to go with MDTs and stuff like that. I'm not spending no $400 or $500 on no chassis. I can tell you people that now. So if you think you're going to sit here and see me change and put a $1,500 or a $500 chassis on, it's not going to happen. I'm looking at more like a Magpul, something like that. That's you know, you can get for like $100 and something. But that's still up in the air. I don't know if I'll do it. And if I find a used wood, I might put wood back on it. or well, not back on it, but on it. I don't know if there's ever been wood on it or not, but I'll put wood on it for that weight. Because I can't add no weights to it because of the way the stock's made. It don't have no M-lock rails or anything like that built into the stock, so I can't add no weights to it unless I go in and start grinding and pouring epoxy. I'm not going to do all of that. That's just too much trouble. But that's the only thing I see wrong with the Bagara. As far as stove piping, not feeding, and doing all this, I solved that first day. When I seen how tight that rotary magazine was, I got my 1022 rotary magazine out here, the tenner, slid it right on in there easy, locked right in. Pull it, falls right out, no problem. It's not tight at all in there. That stopped all that stove piping and misfeeding and poor ejection and all that stuff there. So when I got the 15 rounder out, I stuck that in there, run it all day long, nothing happened with it. Now I did have misfire, but it was not because of that, it was because of the ammo. I got out that blessed MagTech ammo again and tried it. And I clicked that bullet probably, every time I put it back in there, I click it probably 5 or 6 times, it would never go off. So MagTech's just some poor ammo. Don't even think about buying it, people. I mean, really, it's not worth the headache. I've had a box or bottle, just buy your own bottle, BOYB or something like that, where I bought it, MagTech. And it's in bulk, and I still got a half a bottle of that stuff, and I've had it for months, and I can't get it to shoot out because I can't get it to fire. I might have to sit here and pull all the lead out of it and get all the fire and stuff, gunpowder out of it or whatever, the lead out of it, and throw it in the trash. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But anyway, I just thought I'd get on here and let you know what I'm doing. I have got another video where I did go, and I didn't put up part 2 of my last video. I got it made, I got it put up, but I just hadn't had time to upload it. But I've been working on rifles. I've been ordering parts and stuff that I see that I need to make something better, because it's a budget rifle. I buy budget parts. Just like I looked at the Timmy trigger, and I looked at the what's that other one that everybody fell in love with? I can't think of the name of it now. They make the barrels too. But anyway, I looked at all that. I'm not paying no $300 for no trigger and $275 for no trigger. When I can get the BX trigger for roughly, I think I paid like $64 for it, something like that. Now I added a little extra because I wanted the release that goes with it, and so it would hug the trigger base. So it's got the extended release I ordered with it. So it shot it on up there a little bit. I think it was less than $100, still like 90 bucks, something like that. Probably not even that much, 80 something dollars. But that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been up to. Blind Sniper's been working on guns and still trying to do things around the house too at the same time. Mornings I get out here and shoot, and late evening I'll get out here and shoot, because I'm telling you, I tried to get out here yesterday, midday. I thought I was gonna pass out. We are in a heat wave from hell. You hear me? A heat wave from hell itself has come up out of the earth, because I'm telling you, we're burning up. My grass is just as dead. I've cut my grass one time this year, and it's so dry, it's not even growing. My garden's just burnt up. Just get what I can out of it. I'm not really worried about the garden this year. It's not worth me running my water bill sky high just to get a few vegetables out. So that's where I stand right now, what's going on. I hope your day's been going a lot better. But I'm still happy. I'm alive. God loves me. He's blessed me. He's took care of me. He's brought me a long ways, and he still sees it fit for me to be here on earth, so I'm happy. I'm very happy. And no matter how much some of y'all out there make me mad, I'm still happy. But I'm going to ask again, please subscribe, please like, please share. Who knows, maybe somebody you know will like this video. I don't know. But it might help somebody. Let them know that this is what you can do to fix this thing. You can fix it. It's not that hard. It really just took me time to just watch it and look at it and just examine what it was doing, and then just making a few little adjustments. That was the hardest part to figure out, them two little clip pieces in the back right here. This little piece in the front was no brainer. I knew it had to come out, but I didn't want to break it. Because if you break it, you're screwed. So you just bend it slightly until you get that little gap in there. See that little gap I got? See, it was rubbing all the way up against that plastic piece, and I put that much of a gap in there. And now none of the shells get stuck. And what it would do, it would stick till this was down, and you have a loose shell on top. Then when you rack it, it would click both of them up and try to feed both at one time. So that's when I knew right there, it was these clamps in the back that was the problem. But I had to figure out what to do to it, and I got looking at it, and as you, like I said, as you can tell, this one right here is bent just a little bit more than the rest. And the only reason it's bent more than the rest is to hold that shell in there. But I had to make sure it was loose enough where when it ramped, it would let it tilt up a little bit. Because now if you bend it up too much, it'll ramp completely up and kick the bullet out. So you got to find that honey spot. And needle nose pliers was what I used, not regular pliers, but needle nose. And just come in from the side right here and gripped it and kind of tilted back this way until I found that sweet spot. And solved the problem. All right, this is Blind Sniper. I hope that helps somebody who's got a Mark II. I wish Cyclops was back on, because I know he's talked about his Mark II. He has problems with feeding, and that's what it is, and he can solve it. Or he can do like everybody else has done, and I done, and fork out a couple of bucks and buy two. Well, not buy one, I bought two, but two more clips, but they are welded instead of machined together. See how these are machined in, clipped in? They were stamped, I guess is what you call it. The others are welded, and your ramp piece, all that there is metal into the ones I ordered. And but they might be just as bad as this. I don't know, I hadn't tried them yet, but at least I know I got a good one now. And I'm gonna sit out here and see what I can do. Blind Sniper loves you, God loves you. Take care, ask him for forgiveness, and he'll let you have it. Remember, he gave his only begotten son that we may have grace, peace, and opportunity here on earth. Glory be to God. Amen. Amen. Love you.